I'm going to make a beef cumberland pie, but before I get started, very importantly, I've washed my hands, my work surfaces are clean, and likewise all my utensils, so I'm ready to get started. For the cumberland pie, the ingredients I need is some lean minced beef, I need some chopped onion, some chopped carrot, and to flavour it I'm going to use some stock, some thyme, a little flour to thicken, and some tomato puree. And for the topping we're going to need some potatoes that we'll peel and cook, some breadcrumbs and some grated cheese. To make the base of the cumberland pie, first of all we're going to take some lean minced beef. This is typically about 90% visual lean here. And I'm going to add about 225 grams of meat, and this will serve 2 people. Now you'll notice that I've actually started with a cold pan and no oil in the bottom of the pan. Very good reason for this is that as I start to cook the meat, the fat that's there in the mince will start to melt, and I can actually utilise that to brown the meat, and we call this dry frying. And all I'm simply doing is just going to brown the meat on all sides. You can see it's starting to change colour now. To this I'm going to add a small amount of chopped onion and some chopped carrot. The difference between a cottage pie and a cumberland pie is that a cumberland pie, in the bottom of the mixture we've added some carrot, and the difference to the topping is that a cottage pie is mashed potato on its own, whereas a cumberland pie has mashed potato and then grated cheese and breadcrumbs sprinkled on the top. And you can see now that the mince has almost all changed colour, just a few red bits there that we're just going to allow to brown. And now it's time to add the flavour ingredients. So I'm going to use some fresh thyme, or we could use dried. A little bit of flour because we will need to just slightly thicken the mix. Going to add a little bit of stock because we want a gravy to our cumberland pie. A little tomato puree which will flavour and thicken the mix too. And you'll notice that I'm not adding any salt and pepper. That's because the stock contains salt and flavouring, and there's no need to add anything further. The ingredients that we've used have given us sufficient flavour. We'll just allow the mixture just to simmer before we prepare the topping. For the topping I'm going to prepare the potatoes. So first of all we need to peel the potatoes before we can boil them. There's a huge variety of potatoes. Just choose one that's suitable for mashing. And then just cut the potato into nice small pieces because they'll cook quickly and more evenly. So take the potato and add them to cold water, small amount, we don't need sort of gallons in there, and bring the heat through so the water then comes to the boil, and we'll place a lid on that. I've drained the potatoes and now they're ready for mashing. So I'm just going to add a little milk and a little butter, and we're now ready to mash. So we'll just put the potato to one side and take the minced beef mixture and put it into the bottom of a dish. Just roughly smooth out the mince so it covers the bottom of the dish, and top it with a mashed potato. And to finish the cumberland pie off, I'm going to add the topping, which is some breadcrumbs we sprinkle evenly over the top. We'll finish off with the grated cheese, and we need to put that in the oven just to brown off. The cumberland pie is cooked for about 20 minutes until it's really nice and crispy on the top. We cook that at 180 degrees centigrade, 350 Fahrenheit, gas mark 4. If you want it really crunchy on the top, you could finish it off under the grill as well. Serve the cumberland pie with a nice crisp green vegetable. I've got some broccoli here that I'm serving it with.